My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Hey guys, we got another Arachnid meme. It's got nothing to do with my last video. It's just that one Hey Musical video meme that I've been seeing a lot lately. Oh, do you have a meme that you want featured in a future video? Well, why don't you join my Discord server and send it in the meme channel, and I may feature it in a future video. Link to my Discord channel will be in the description below. Since Bandai has recently announced they'll be taking another crack at Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as well as an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man based on their appearances in Spider-Man No Way Home, I was reminded they actually have done a Tobey Spider-Man before. A 2-pack of figures to be exact. Today we'll be looking at them. Now if you clicked on this video, I'm 100% sure you know who Spider-Man is. And if you don't, get the fuck out. I'm obviously joking. Stay and let me educate you. For those of you that watched my Spider-Man 2 18-inch retrospective, and before that, my Spider-Man 3 Venom review, you probably remember me briefly mentioning that Toy Biz were the sole holders of creating Spider-Man movie merchandise. But as a result of their generosity in selling quality products at a low price, the company had went under by the time Spider-Man 3 had rolled around in 2007. Most of the merchandising rights fell into the hands of Hasbro, and it was branched off to a few different companies like Hot Toys, Medicom, and so on. You'd think we'd get more variety in the action figure department, but no, not really. When Hasbro first released their Spider-Man 3 line of toys, it was pathetic to say the least. Instead of keeping up with tradition of making Spider-Man figures 6-inch scale, they decided to release these weird half-baked 5-inch scale figures that just sucked ass. You can make your cheeky little cinematic advertisements all you want. I can see through your bullshit! And they didn't release an actual 6-inch scale line until a full fucking year after the movie came out. And we all know how that went.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
And what sucks is that we never got a proper black suit Spider-Man figure. All we got was... Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck? Yeah, all hope was lost. That is until Bandai stepped in. Revoltech didn't make their Spider-Man 3 figure until 2012. I'd like to say Bandai came out with their movie realization line around the late 2007, 2008. I can't find any other history surrounding these figures because it just comes up inconclusive or directs me to the Samurai Spider-Man figures for some reason. So that's the only conclusion I can draw when these figures actually came out. And let me tell you, these are a massive step up from what we got from Hasbro. How good are these figures? Well, first let's get to the... Painting and sculpting in these figures are just absolutely amazing. Even though they aren't completely one-to-one with the costume they're based off of, I can't help but look at these figures in amazement because I like these renditions of the costumes that much. The black suit uses a more menacing black color with flat gray webs to signify that this is indeed a creature of the shadows. You better not fucking say it. You better not fucking say it.
I'm Batman.
Oh, goddamn. Hey, if you look closely, you can kind of see the breaking pattern that's actually in the main part of the suit, which is kind of different considering how they usually do the break pattern on the Raimi figures. So something new is actually appreciated. It kind of feels like these figures were meticulously sculpted out of clay. Like, look at these lines on the chest and the sculpted pecs. Look at this shit. Look at those chiseled abs! I mean, it looks like he's wearing basically nothing but a skin-tight suit, but it also kind of looks like he's wearing armor underneath the costume as well. Both figures use the exact same skull for the head, and I gotta say, it is a bit of an acquired taste, especially considering the eyes are extremely inaccurate. The Raimi eyes are known to be more sharp and intimidating. I'd be lying if I said I didn't prefer that over the big old bug eyes, and at first, it was off-putting. But I'm used to the design choice, and I even welcome it. They even have separate layers to where it looks like it has this cool translucent piece in the eye. Now, let's get to the red suit, because this one has a few details that show up that aren't as noticeable on the black suit. You'll notice some black patches on the paint scattered throughout the red to make those brick lines pop out that much more. But there are two major flaws that I want to point out of this figure. The red and blue, albeit muted, fit the style pretty well. What would have made it better if they actually went along with a silverish gray paint instead of this weird gold color. It just looks wrong. And speaking of gold colors, What the hell is this? White eyes on a Spider-Man suit is fine, mirror eyes are just as cool, but who the fuck thought it was a bright idea to make Spider-Man's eyes fucking yellow? I know it's a design for the Iron Spider, but this isn't the fucking Iron Spider, that's the point I'm trying to make. If it's not the Iron Spider, yellow eyes do not belong on a Spider-Man suit. Especially not a design that's supposed to be based on the classic suit. I'm looking at you, Garfield's first suit.
Those eyes! Those horrible yellow eyes!
But aside from those gripes, it's pretty good. But anyways, let's move on to the... These figures surprisingly don't come with any accessories. Well, except for one. If you look closely at the black suit head, you'll notice the prominent seam line on his faceplate. Now, if you remove that, replace it with a new face, and now you have... Not gonna lie, I like this face way better than the original. Look at the way the cobwebs warp and twist with this morph symbiote Venom face. The mouth morphs into sharp teeth, and it just looks fucking amazingly sculpted, and the paint used for it really helps bring that out even more. Hell, even the eyes morph into something a little more sinister. It just looks so fucking awesome, what can I say? Now, since these figures are both the same, I'm gonna have to use the classic suit for the... Head can move up and down, swivel here, ball jointed shoulder, that is annoyingly squeaky. Shoulder pad has a hinge joint so you can pull it up like this, kind of. Arm moves out, swivel here. As you can see, there's also a bicep swivel here. Double joint at the elbow, wrist swivel. The Toy Biz middle finger action with the thwip. Got a decent crunch and a decent arc. Another really squeaky swivel here. Really squeaky spread. Oh dear God. Got a squeaky kick. Got a squeaky back. Please pick. Got a swivel here. Double jointed knee. Up and down. Got a toe bend. And finally an ankle pivot. Yeah, a lot more could have been done to make these figures way better. For one, the plastic quality, it really isn't the best. And if you're anything like me, you probably have a very bad case of misophonia. For those of you who don't know what that means, misophonia is a disorder that can trigger emotional or psychological responses that some might perceive as unreasonable or given the circumstance. For me, my triggers are styrofoam or squeaky noises such as styrofoam, or in this case, very brittle plastic. I also don't think the plastic is as strong as it should be. Legit, the fucking arm on the black suit broke at the double joint on the elbow straight out of the packaging. Now, I'm not sure if it came like that since my copy is secondhand, but it's also kind of happening on the right knee of the red suit. So I've been very careful with posing them because I don't want to run the risk of breaking the fucking knee. It's also very light on the accessory side of things. I mean, upon further inspection of the figure, the hands do come off, so that kind of begs the question, were they considering interchangeable hands or what? I don't even know why they didn't include web accessories either. And plus, on the articulation side of things, yeah, it's articulated, but it could be way better. Both figures come in at a neat 7 inches. Here they are next to Marvel Legends Spider-Man 3 Venom, the Revoltech Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man figure, Revoltech Yamaguchi Spider-Man, comment if you want to see that review next, and last but not least, the Spider-Man 2 Superposable Spider-Man. And since I don't have another Spider-Man 3 black suit figure, here's the Hasbro Secret Wars black suit Spider-Man. I give these a neat 7 out of 10. These figures aren't bad by any means. The original spin on the Maguire attire is actually a welcome choice. But fuck you for the gold webs and the yellow eyes, you dominating fuck! The quality of the plastic is sturdy, but I feel it may not be sturdy enough. Now, if you still want to get these figures, good luck. This is a Japanese import, but I will say it's not as expensive as the 18-inch Spider-Man 2 figure for being brand new in the box. But the only reliable source I got mine from is eBay. Yeah, I know not a lot of people like eBay, but this is the only site I can actually find the goddamn figures on. And it's also where I got mine, so suck it up, Buttercup. I don't exactly recommend these, but as a Rami show, I think the bragging rights are worth it. I'm honestly glad Bandai is getting a second shot at making another Toby figure after the letdown these guys were. And I will be trying to go for the pre-order the minute it goes up, because the last thing I need is to get cucked by a bunch of neck-bearded fucks that have nothing better to do than gouge the prices and resell them on the market. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!